So I also am doing this at the last minute because one of the other people canceled their 7 to 7. So this is a fill-in. This is a presentation that I gave a couple of years ago at the CLA Summit. And so Jared was worried that his isn't about LabVIEW. Mine is probably even less about LabVIEW. But there is some LabVIEW related. So this is about a totally different sort of thing what I want to talk about is like just how you see the world and just to be looking around for opportunities. Because this is a completely out of left field thing that happened. In 2016, this video showed up online. And it's just this family that was playing this game. They put in these dental mouth openers, and they made up some phrases, and it was just really funny. I'd play the video for you. Some of you have probably seen it, but I won't do it right now because it will just take time. But it's just, they have silly phrases that have lots of M's and B's and V's and things that you can't say when you can't put your lips together, which is exactly what the mouth opener makes you do. So it was just fun, I saw it showing around the office and stuff. And then I was showing one of the other guys around the office a couple of days later, and there have been 35 million views in just the last few days. And like, oh, this is fun. I need to buy this to have at the next game night. So I went out to look for it, and it didn't exist. It wasn't a product. It was just this family that had played this game. So that needed to change. So 35 million, that was Facebook views, and no product existed. All right, so I decided I have to make this game, and I have to make this game as fast as I can. So how can I do that? Well, first of all, you need to make lots of these phrases, because that's the key to the game, is all these cards with phrases on it. And then I need to turn that into artwork so I can quickly get those cards made. So the task is to take a bunch of text. So I went out online, and you could find text files that have like all the English verbs, or nearly all, just thousands of things, and nouns and whatever. So you can get all the different parts of speech. And then I wrote some LabVIEW code to go through and look for M's, B's, P's, W's, different letter combinations, things that were difficult to say. Spent a lot of time putting the thing in my mouth and trying to say things and figuring out what to say. And then I wrote this fantastically complicated LabVIEW code here, but it's just basically searching for those matching things in there and then making a new file, so that I ended up with some files of difficult nouns and difficult verbs. Okay, and then you need to turn those, so that now we've collected the ones that are difficult to say, and we need to put them together. So there are certain sentence structures that work. It also needs to be something short that can fit on a card. All right, so try some common sentence structures, write some more LabVIEW to be able to put those together with the words that we've made. And then the most important part was to throw all those away because it was complete nonsense. These are actual phrases that came out of that result. Yeah, it might be difficult to say, but not going to sell very many games. So. Garbage in, garbage out. So I did have to go through that and filter it down a lot. The LabVIEW did help going through that, because at least you're starting with something. But then the other thing that LabVIEW allowed me to do is make the artwork. This is what the artwork for the cards look like. This is the actual game here. So you can see those are what the cards actually look like in the game. And it's pretty simple. So it was pretty easy to do with LabVIEW. But I wanted it to be able to be changeable, because I started out, I needed a really quick way to do this, so we used a quick turn vendor to get some cards within just a couple of weeks. But then eventually I needed to go to some overseas manufacturers to have that done in quantity. And all of the artwork is different for those. So I didn't want to have to redo typing in the phrases for all these things. So LabVIEW creates the cards. Again, just using simple LabVIEW stuff, making graphics in this case, the text blocks and the color blocks, and then I can play around and I can control. I thought I have a slide on that. Sorry, there's margins and cut lines and all these different kind of things that you need to comply with that are different depending on what vendor you're using. So I was able to tweak this and go through a few different iterations of that and be able to create them very quickly. So it took a couple of weeks only. So we went from just the idea to finished product. And it's a fun, silly thing to do, but it was just an exercise in being ready to respond to an opportunity and just take the tools that you have and just jump on something. We sold over 15,000 of these games. Most of them sold on Amazon. You maybe have seen other competitors. There's one of these by Hasbro now, and another company called Watch You Out. And they're much bigger than us now, but we beat them to the market we beat Hasbro by 6 months, and we beat Watch You Out by 4 months. Because in 2 weeks, with some LabVIEW code, I was able to generate that thing. It was our second biggest project in 2016 as a system integrator. It was very significant. Sold out at Christmas. There was one day, the single day of biggest sales for my company, I was unconscious having surgery. It was fine, but like while I was under, we had our biggest sales day ever going into Christmas. So very fun and a very different way of doing things. So that's the presentation. So this is the game. This is one of our giveaways that we have. I've got 5 of these to give away. So fill out your forms. If you say my presentation was awesome, you might even have a better chance of winning. I can't say. Fill that out and get that in, and at the end of the day, we'll give away 5 of these things. That's it.